Welcome to Today in Nerd History.
3 weeks till Star Wars Day. Star Wars Day is an informal commemorative day observed annually on May 4th to celebrate the Star Wars media franchise created by founder and former chairman and CEO of Lucasfilm, George Lucas. Observance of the day spread quickly through media and grassroots celebrations since the franchise began in 1977. The date originated from the pun "May the Fourth be with you," a variant of the popular Star Wars catchphrase "May the Force be with you." Even though the holiday was not created or declared by Lucasfilm, many Star Wars fans around the world have chosen to celebrate the holiday. It has since been embraced by Lucasfilm and parent company Disney as an annual celebration of Star Wars.
The Star Trek episode, Operation Annihilate, aired April 13, 1967. In this episode, mind-controlling organisms infesting a colony world attack Kirk's brother and his family, then turn on Spock.
The Apollo 13 accident happened April 13, 1970. Apollo 13 was the seventh crewed mission in the Apollo space program and the third meant to land on the Moon. The craft was launched from Kennedy Space Center on April 11, 1970, but the lunar landing was aborted after an oxygen tank in the service module failed 2 days into the mission. The crew instead looped around the Moon and returned safely to Earth on April 17. The mission was commanded by Jim Lovell, with Jack Swigert as Command Module Pilot and Fred Hayes as Lunar Module Pilot. Swigert was a late replacement for Ken Mattingly, who was grounded after exposure to rubella. A routine stir of an oxygen tank ignited damaged wire insulation inside it, causing an explosion that vented the contents of both of the service module's oxygen tanks to space. Without oxygen, needed for breathing and for generating electric power, the service module's propulsion and life support systems could not operate. The command module systems had to be shut down to conserve its remaining resources for re-entry, forcing the crew to transfer to the lunar module as a lifeboat. With the lunar landing cancelled, mission controllers worked to bring the crew home alive. Although the lunar module was designed to support 2 men on the lunar surface for 2 days, Mission Control in Houston improvised new procedures so it could support 3 men for 4 days. The crew experienced great hardship, caused by limited power, a chilly and wet cabin, and a shortage of potable water. There was a critical need to adapt the command module's cartridges for the carbon dioxide scrubber system to work in the lunar module, and the crew and mission controllers were successful in improvising a solution. The astronauts' peril briefly renewed public interest in the Apollo program, and tens of millions watched the splashdown in the South Pacific Ocean on TV.
Friday the 13th, the final chapter was released April 13, 1984. In this movie, after being announced dead and taken to a morgue, Jason Voorhees spontaneously revives, escapes from the hospital, and stalks a group of friends renting a house in the countryside near Crystal Lake.
The movie Swing Shift was released April 13, 1984. In this movie, a woman finds romance when she takes a job at an aircraft plant to help make ends meet after her husband goes off to war. The Doctor Who episode, Cold War, aired April 13, 2013. In this episode, the Doctor and Clara find themselves on a Russian Cold War submarine that is falling to the bottom of the ocean because of an attack by a rogue Martian warrior that's still aboard.
Happy birthday Ron Perlman, born April 13, 1950. Ronald N. Ron Perlman is an American TV, movie, and voice actor. He is best known for his roles as Vincent in the TV series Beauty and the Beast, for which he won a Golden Globe, as the comic book character Hellboy in both 2004's Hellboy and its 2008 sequel Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, and as Clarence Clay Morrow in the TV series Sons of Anarchy. He is also well known as a frequent collaborator of Hellboy director Guillermo del Toro, also having roles in his movies Cronos, Blade 2, and Pacific Rim. He is also known for his voiceover work as the narrator of the post-apocalyptic game series Fallout, Clayface in Batman the Animated Series, Slade in the Animated Series Teen Titans, The Lich in Adventure Time, The Stabbington Brothers in Disney's animated movie Tangled, and as the narrator of the TV series 1000 Ways to Die.
Remembering Don Adams, born April 13, 1923 and passed away on September 25, 2005. Don Adams was an American actor, comedian and director. In his 5 decades on television, he was best known as Maxwell Smart, Agent 86, in the TV series Get Smart, which he also sometimes directed and wrote. He won 3 consecutive Emmy Awards for his portrayal of Smart, 1967-69. He provided the voices for the animated series Tennessee Tuxedo and His Tales, 1963-66, and Inspector Gadget, 1983-85, as well as several revivals and spin-offs in the 1990s.
Remembering Tony Dow, born April 13, 1945 and passed away July 26, 2022. Tony Lee Dow was an American TV actor, movie producer, director, and sculptor who is best known for his role in the TV series Leave It to Beaver, which ran in primetime from 1957 to 1963. He played Wally Cleaver, the older son of June, played by Barbara Billingsley, and Ward, played by Hugh Beaumont, Cleaver, and the older brother of Theodore Beaver Cleaver, played by Jerry Mathers. From 1983 to 1989, Dow reprised his role as Wally in a TV movie and in the new Leave It to Beaver. He appeared on other TV shows, including My 3 Sons, Dr. Kildare, The Greatest Show on Earth, Never Too Young, and on 5 episodes of Mr. Novak in 3 different roles. Then, from 1965 to 1968, he served in the U.S. National Guard, interrupting his acting career. On his return to acting, he guest starred on Adam 12, Love American Style, Knight Rider, Square Pegs, The Mod Squad, The Hardy Boys, and Emergency. During the 1970s, he continued acting while working in the construction industry and studying journalism and filmmaking. In 1986, he wrote an episode of the new Leave It to Beaver. In 1987, he was honored by the Young Artist Foundation with its former Child Star Lifetime Achievement Award for his role as Wally Cleaver. In 1989, he made his debut as a director with an episode of The New Lassie, followed by episodes of Get a Life, Harry and the Hendersons, Coach, several episodes of Babylon 5 and Crusade, and the Star Trek Deep Space Nine episode Field of Fire, and he served as the visual effects supervisor for Babylon 5. In 1996, he provided visual effects for the Fox TV movie Doctor Who. He was also in the 2003 movie Dickie Roberts' former child star. He passed away from complications of liver cancer.
Remembering Paul Sorvino, born April 13, 1939 and passed away July 25, 2022. Paul Anthony Sorvino was an American actor, opera singer, businessman, writer, and sculptor. He often played authority figures on both sides of the law and was known for his roles as Paulie Cicero in the 1990 movie Goodfellas, and NYPD Sergeant Phil Chiaretta on the TV series Law and Order. He took on supporting roles in A Touch of Class, Reds, The Rocketeer, The Cooler, Nixon, and Romeo and Juliet. He played Nikolai Rosenko, Worf's adoptive brother, in the Star Trek The Next Generation episode, Homeward. He began his career as a copywriter in an advertising agency. He took 18 years of voice lessons. While attending the American Musical and Dramatic Academy, he decided to go into theater. He made his Broadway debut in the 1964 musical, Bonjour, and 6 years later he appeared in his first movie, Where's Papa? In 1971, he had a supporting role in The Panic in Needle Park. He was in A Touch of Class, 1973, It Couldn't Happen to a Nicer Guy, 1974, I Will,
I Will, For Now and the TV series, We'll Get By, 1975, Burt D'Angelo/Superstar, 1976, and The Oldest Rookie, 1987. In 1981, he played the role of Italian-American communist, Louis C. Farina in Warren Beatty's movie, Reds. He was in the 1985 horror movie, The Stuff. He also helped found the American Stage Company, a group that launched several successful off-Broadway shows. In 1993, he subbed for Raymond Burr in a Perry Mason TV movie. He had earlier appeared as Bruce Willis's father in the series, moonlighting in the Lamont counterpart in the never-aired original pilot for Sanford and Son. He played Henry Kissinger in Oliver Stone's Nixon, 1995, and mob bosses Eddie Valentine in The Rocketeer and Tony Marolto in The Firm. He founded the Paul Sorvino Asthma Foundation, intending to build asthma centers for children and adults across the United States. In 1998, he narrated the series, The Big House, for the History Channel. In 1999, he directed and again starred in, albeit playing a different role, a TV version of That Championship Season. He also lent his voice in Hey Arnold the Movie, as Mr. Scheck, the CEO of Future Tech Industries who wants to convert Arnold's neighborhood into a huge shopping mall. From 2000 to 2002, he had a starring role as Frank DeLuca in That's Life. He also starred in the comedy, Still Standing as Al Miller. He directed and starred in the movie, The Trouble with Callie, and his daughter Mira also starred in the movie. He played Geneco founder Roddy Largo in the 2008 movie, Repo, the genetic opera. Working with Repo director Darren Lynn Bousman again, Sorvino played God in The Devil's Carnival, a short film screened on tour beginning in April 2012. He was the father of actors Mira Sorvino and Michael Sorvino. Happy birthday Erick Avari, born April 13, 1952. He is known for his roles in such movies as The Beast, Encino Man, Stargate, Independence Day, The Mummy, Planet of the Apes, 2001, Home Alone 4, Mr. Deeds, Daredevil, and Flight of the Living Dead Outbreak on a Plane. He is one of only 2 actors, along with Alexis Cruz, to appear in both the original Stargate movie and the spin-off series Stargate SG-1. He has made guest appearances on Castle, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Heroes, Hope and Faith, Law and Order, Burn Notice, Lie to Me, Party Down, Sequest DSV, The West Wing, The X-Files, Dharma and Greg, Alias, The O.C., The Sarah Silverman Program, Leverage, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, Covert Affairs, and Human Target. He appeared in cameo roles in JAG, Living People, NYPD Blue, Cheers, Murder, She Wrote, Roseanne, Judging Amy, NCIS, and Everwood. In the Babylon 5 episode, And the Rock Cried Out, No Hiding Place, he played Rabbi Leo Mayers. In the Star Trek universe he has played Bijik in the Star Trek The Next Generation episode, Unification Part 1, Yarka in the Star Trek Deep Space Nine episode, Destiny, and Jameen in the Star Trek Enterprise episode, Terra Nova. In the video game, Zork Grand Inquisitor, he played Grand Inquisitor Mir Yannick, a ruthless dictator who serves as the game's main villain. He also appeared in The Librarian Returned to King Solomon's Mines. Over the course of his career, he has played representatives of more than 24 ethnicities. He has appeared in at least 33 movies and over 70 TV episodes. He was in the movie based on a true story, Hachi, A Dog's Tale, in which he played Jasjeet, an Indian hot dog vendor. In January 2009, he played a cell phone salesman in Paul Blart Mall Cop, and in October 2009, he was cast as Omar on Days of Our Lives. In 2014, he voiced Master Rahul in the science fiction video game Destiny.
Happy birthday Peter Davison, born April 13, 1951. Peter Davison, born Peter Malcolm Gordon Moffat, is an English actor, best known for his roles as Tristan Farnon in the TV version of James Herriot's All Creatures Great and Small, and as the fifth incarnation of the Doctor in Doctor Who, which he played from 1981 to 1984. Also, he played David Braithwaite in At Home with the Braithwaites. He has also played Henry Sharp in Law and Order UK.
Remembering Lyle Waggoner, born April 13, 1935 and passed away March 17, 2020. Lyle Wesley Waggoner was an American actor and former model, known for his work on The Carol Burnett Show from 1967 to 1974 and for playing the role of Steve Trevor on Wonder Woman from 1975 to 1979.
Happy birthday Caroline Rhea, born April 13, 1964. Caroline Gilchrist Rhea is a Canadian actress and stand-up comedian who is best known for her role as Linda Flynn-Fletcher, Betty Jo Flynn, and additional voices from the Disney Channel and Disney XD animated series Phineas and Ferb, and Hilda Spellman on the ABC series Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She has performed numerous comedy specials, including 3 one-hour stand-up specials for HBO, Showtime, and Bravo. She was chosen by Rosie O'Donnell as the new hostess of her syndicated talk show, renamed The Caroline Rhea Show, and hosted the reality TV show The Biggest Loser on NBC for the first 3 seasons. She appeared regularly on ABC's Match Game with Alec Baldwin from 2016 to 2020. She would return to Disney Channel on the series Sydney to the Max, playing the role of Grandma Judy.
Happy birthday William Sadler, born April 13, 1950. William Thomas Sadler is an American movie and TV actor. His TV and motion picture roles have included Chesty Puller in The Pacific, Luther Sloan in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Sheriff Jim Valenti in Roswell, Convict Haywood in The Shawshank Redemption, Senator Vernon Trent in Hard to Kill, and the Grim Reaper in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey and Bill and Ted Face the Music, a role for which he won the Saturn Award for Best Supporting Actor, and his role as Colonel Stewart opposite Bruce Willis in Die Hard 2. He played the character of President of the United States, Matthew Ellis, in Iron Man 3, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and WHIH Newsfront, all set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He also recurs as Steve McGarrett's murdered father, John McGarrett, in the 2010 remake of the 1968 TV series, Hawaii Five-0.
Remembering Terry Luster, born April 13, 1950 in Indianapolis, Indiana and passed away on November 28, 2003. He was the actor who played Hayron in the Star Trek Voyager episode, Maneuvers. He was best known for his role as Jack Abbott on The Young and the Restless from 1980 to 1989, for which he won 4 consecutive Emmy nominations, 1984 to 1987, for Outstanding Lead Actor. He also played a lead character of the 1970s Saturday morning children's show Arc 2, produced by Lou Schemer, which dealt with the eco-ravaged post-apocalyptic future.
Remembering Jonathan Brandis, born April 13, 1976 and passed away November 12, 2003. Jonathan Gregory Brandis was an American actor, director, and screenwriter. Beginning his career as a child model, he moved on to acting in commercials and subsequently got TV and movie roles. At the age of 17, he landed the role of Lucas Wolinchak, a teen prodigy on the NBC series Sequest DSV. The character was popular among teenage female viewers, and Brandis regularly appeared in teen magazines. In November 2003, He died of injuries he sustained after hanging himself at the age of 27.
Happy birthday Courtney Peldon, born April 13, 1981. She played Karen Ferris in the Star Trek Deep Space Nine episode, Valiant. She also had parts in the Harry and the Hendersons TV series in 1991, Little Giants in 1994 and Mortuary in 2005.
Happy birthday Jack Cassady, born the 13th of April 1944. John William Jack Cassady is an American bass guitarist, best known as a member of Jefferson Airplane and Hot Tuner. Jefferson Airplane became the first successful exponent of the San Francisco sound. Singles including Somebody to Love and White Rabbit charted in 1967 and 1968. Cassady, along with the other members of Jefferson Airplane, was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1996.
Happy birthday Julia Rose, born April 13, 1973. She is the actress who played Mako Corporal J. Mackenzie in the Star Trek Enterprise episode Anomaly. She played Julie Newmar in the TV movie Return to the Batcave, The Misadventures of Adam and Bert.
Happy birthday Kevin Durr, born April 13, 1981. Kevin Neal Durr is a stuntman and stunt actor who performs stunts during the run of Star Trek Enterprise. He also played Mako Corporal Kelly on the last 2 seasons and received no credit for his appearances. In 2004, he was nominated for 2 Taurus World Stunt Awards for Best Specialty Stunt and Best Overall Stunt by a Stuntman for his work in the sport drama Seabiscuit. He has doubled for stars such as Tobey Maguire and Guy Pearce. His stunt resume includes movies such as Swordfish, The Time Machine, Spider-Man, The Island, Poseidon, and World Trade Center. He has also performed stunts in TV series such as Alias, American Dreams, Medium, 6 Feet Under, and CSI Miami.
Happy birthday Katie Lucas, born April 13, 1988. Katie Rose Lucas is an American actress and writer. She is the daughter of filmmaker George Lucas. She is the goddaughter of both Steven Spielberg and Francis Ford Coppola. She is the younger sister of Amanda Lucas and the older sister of Jet Lucas and Everest Hobson Lucas. Her father adopted her and Jet as a single parent. Lucas had minor roles in all 3 Star Wars prequels. She played young Anakin's friend, Amy, in The Phantom Menace, the Purple Twi'lek girl Looney Minx in Attack of the Clones, and Senator Chi'ikwe in the final installment of the Star Wars prequels, Revenge of the Sith. Lucas also served as a writer on the Star Wars The Clone Wars TV series. She wrote episodes such as Jedi Crash.
Well, that's it for today, folks. I appreciate you listening, and if you enjoyed the show, please feel free to tell your friends about little old me here. Have a wonderful day.